Uh-huh. Dude. Alright, so are we gonna... is that what we're gonna call him this week?
Yeah, okay.
Jitterbug?
I was going to say either that or spaz.
Spaz?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking more than anything.
I mean, he has seizures, so it's like...
It's exactly.
Alright. So, yeah, Jitterbug. We'll go with that. So,
Alright.
obviously, we are on Season 1, Episode 8, Jitters, on the Somebody Save Me podcast. Here again, Joseph and Taylor. Let's just dig into it, because this episode sucks.
This episode doesn't suck.
This
Like I told you
episode
beforehand.
sucks.
On the pre-show here, what I've said about the episode, you have party, you have field trip, you have kidnapping. What else are you supposed to want whenever you're watching Smallville? I just need to know, like, what else are you looking for?
What did Matt say earlier? The gym tan laundry?
Gym tan laundry.
But
Instead, it is the party.
Field trip, kidnap.
So PFK. We're going to PFK this. That's what we're doing today.
That's awesome. All right, I will say it is pretty eventful. It's definitely eventful, but I mean, it's just whatever, man.
We mean
It's whatever, dude. It's whatever.
All right, we're getting into the
It's
episode 'cause I'm
whatever.
tired of you already.
All right, let's start it. So we are here at the Kent House Farm.
Jonathan acting like he's doing
Yeah.
something once again. Let me just fix this truck. It's like nothing's ever fixed, and then he acts like, oh, I hurt my hand.
Oh, my finger. My finger.
Jonathan he acts like he's doing something important, but never is.
And Martha's talking about how they take mad dumps in the house and the toilet's clogged.
I don't know if that's what she was referring to.
They said it's backed up, bro.
All right, so what is with all the soda in the house? You said this before on one of the early. I just want to pause real quick.
Pause there.
It's only going to be a 30-second pause here because this is now the second time where you even mentioned none of them drink soda.
Ever.
Why is there soda in the door?
And it's Diet Pepsi.
His diet.
Gross.
Does Clark need to be on a diet now? You know what? You're not on the football team. Have one of these.
Yeah, lose some weight.
All right, so of course, Martha's being the motherly thing, writing things down. You know, I was really confused with this scene at first. Whenever I was watching, I go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, also, we need to go back to the fact that Smash Mouth was playing. That's what we opened on this episode.
I don't know if we need to go back to that or not. I don't know if that's something I want to revert back to at this moment.
Why, dude?
Is Smash Mouth in your top?
Nah.
Are you an all-star?
All-Star. Hey, come on, dude. Shrek?
What? Oh, my.
So, yeah, John obviously can't do, simple
By the
truck
way,
work.
he didn't do anything. So that means that Jonathan came out of the truck, had a boo-boo on his hand, and said, I can't do this anymore. Goes inside and says, hey, Clark, can you lift my truck for me?
Clark, help, man.
Clark, can you do something?
Just eating pizza, dude. He's so casual, bro. He's so casual.
Yeah, I know. This is just Clark he's bragging once again about himself.
Also, what do we think John was actually doing with the truck there?
I don't know.
What was he doing?
He's acting like he's doing something while Martha does everything else, such as the farm work, such as the housework. Jonathan just acts like he's fixing something, but yet everything keeps breaking.
I understand. And so, yeah. So, obviously helping him with the car. He's saying bye to the parents because they have their anniversary weekend plans.
Okay, so it's like what we talked about with PFK here. So now I'm going to ask you, and this is why I paused it. We figure out that they're on an anniversary trip, and they are leaving.
Yeah.
Where Clark is going to be left home by himself, where they gave him a list of things to do. So, Joseph, what day of the week is this?
Oh, well, maybe it's a Monday. Kind of seems like the start.
So it seems like a Monday, where then they're talking of, hey, don't do anything too much fun, where we're talking about PFK, where that's what I'm asking. See, now you're connecting. What day of the week is this?
Yeah, is this... Yeah, I was thinking Friday because, I mean, you were thinking
His
weekend,
parents going out of town.
But then Monday because,
going to Metropolis now.
Yeah. So...
Okay, all right, so we'll put that on
I
pause.
don't know. Yeah, I was gonna
We'll put
say.
that on a hold right now because we're going to get to the other
All
stuff.
right, yeah, let's do it.
So now we're opening the Metropolis here, where we get introduced. He's the villain, right? Is that what we're going with?
No.
He's the villain?
I don't think he's a villain.
You don't think well, no, he's a bad guy.
No, he just unfortunate things happen to Mr. Earl.
So you're saying that Jitterbug can't help his jitters?
Yeah, I don't get it. So yeah, we're getting introduced here to Tony Todd, who is playing Earl Jenkins. Shout out my boy Tony Todd. They totally.
Is that your boy? You guys go way back?
Yeah, Candyman, dog.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure you
Candyman,
guys go
dude.
really that far back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've known him a long time.
I'm asking.
And so it's giving already Candyman vibes. Like, did this on purpose for sure because of who he is.
Okay, that makes sense to me, and I'm glad you pointed that out then, because this just seemed like such a bizarre opening scene.
Yeah.
Where, once again, I thought, am I in Mindhunter or am I in Law & Order? This is how Law & Order SVU opens, with the kidnapping of a baby.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and it's even creepy, too. It's
yes! It's not normal. Like, this is your kid. Why does he look this way?
Yeah, he looks
Look at
kinda
his
like...
eyes just... They're so clenched. Like, everything is just
He
so...
looks high as hell.
He looks something.
Maybe he's just vibing with the baby.
And now he's lifting the baby. Look how he even kisses the baby. I wouldn't let him near children. I don't care if that's his child.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let him near
Hey, take
children.
that kid away from him.
Yeah.
He's loving too much. He's loving a weird way. I don't like it. It's not sitting well with me. So yeah, and then we're starting to see the Jitters.
This is him. You say Jitters. Episode says Jitters. We call him Jitterbug. I think this is a spazzing out. This is just weird to me. Because is he teleporting? Is that his ability?
No.
What is
he's
he?
like, I don't know. It's like he's just shaking. It's like an earthquake. I don't know.
I feel like this is an episode of Jumper. Where it's in the... I'm going to go back to this because it's like where, he has the wires on him and he starts to shake and rumble because he's taking things with him. That's what I feel like this is. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I totally agree.
By the way, tell me you love that. Tell me you love that the car driving by just happens to be the truck of Martha and Jonathan.
That is crazy. I actually didn't even notice that, bro.
I love the connection.
I just now noticed that. I was looking, I was like, was that them?
That was them. And so
you telling me they're not going to recognize Earl, bro?
Well, it's because, it's raining outside.
Oh, you can't see.
You can't see.
Water distorts vision, dude.
Well, also, he looks wet. He looks homeless. You don't want to talk to him at this point in life. He doesn't look okay. And also,
that's true.
I think my main problem with Earl this entire episode, why are his fingernails so weird looking?
I don't know. He was picking up them pills weird as hell.
Yeah, well, he also has to have his medicine, which I don't know how you cure the jitters exactly.
Yeah.
And now he's going up to his boy, who happens to be the other janitor inside of Luther Corp. I think was his name Matt.
Will.
It's Will.
It's Will. His name is Matt in real life, I think. No, it's Michael.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I know. I recognize him because he's in quite a bit of things, like a lot of shows and stuff, movies. But I mainly recognize him because he was in Arrow. He was in Arrow for a little bit. So
What was he the character in?
He was just like a small time villain. Like I don't even think it was really anyone important.
Well, thanks for the fun fact then. I'm glad that you're giving me a no-name character in Arrow. You know what I'm going to be able to do with that? Absolutely nothing.
Hey, dude, that's why we have our database here. We can look it up, bro.
Alright, so now Earl is talking to Will, where they're going back and forth. Earl's saying, please let me in. You don't understand. I need to talk to Lionel, I guess. Or I need to talk to somebody that's going to be able to help cure me. I know that I was infected here. And Will pretty much turns around and says, dude, go to hell.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you don't understand. Now we have Earl once again jittering, where he pretty much jitters so hard that he shatters the glass, which makes me question of him going to see his child. Did he jitter so hard that he shook the baby cradle too hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, man. But dude, and yeah, his power is weird because really he's moving super fast. So he's like technically a speedster?
See, and I thought he was teleporting at times, which is also going to the point of you only see his ability in some moments where he shatters this, and then we see later on like another thing where he's making a bridge collapse. Spoiler alert. Trust me, it's an exciting moment. But when it comes to just his powers overall, once again, we're getting into the problem of why am I not explained anything? And now this turns into a damn guessing game.
It really is. And also, yeah, and then it goes into here because he kills Will.
And I don't understand even the killing of the Will here. What? It's like, can't you let go of him right now?
Yeah,
just let go of him. Yeah. And so he jitters so hard that what does he do? Strangle him?
Yeah, I don't get how he dies. I think he strangles him, maybe. Or maybe he's moving him too fast. Like his brain's getting all tossed around and shit.
Then his baby's sure dead.
Well, he didn't. Well, he barely started shaking the cradle, but he let go that time.
Exactly. So he was able to let go on something, but he wasn't able to let go on Will. Is it because he wanted to kill Will?
Wow.
And by the way, that was the opening. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I was excited for, and I even texted you during this, I better have a Kent party.
Dude,
I immediately texted you, and now we have the opening song here, but I immediately texted you just saying, I better have a Clark Kent house party. If not, this episode means absolutely nothing to me.
And you got it.
And I got it.
You got it, dude. I honestly forgot about that party.
How can you ever forget about a Clark Kent party? Does he throw parties on the regular basis, Joseph?
He never does, and I'm surprised I forgot about it.
Okay, so you're saying this is the only party that we get?
Probably.
No!
No, I'm being definitely serious. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's not gonna happen again. Clark's not a party animal, dude.
But exactly, you're trying to tell me that his parents never go out of town after this ever again?
He's the math whiz.
Well, apparently the math whiz is able to throw a kick-ass party. Alright,
maybe. Whatever.
Did you look up this guy, by the way?
I did.
Alright, what does it show?
Barton Mathis, the doll maker.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's actually a nice little role there.
Yeah, and he was in it for a little bit. And
I was going to say.
He's even in DC Legends of Tomorrow, but he plays a whole different person. Gregory Rasputin.
Oh, he plays Rasputin. That's not that bad.
Yeah, but no, he's pretty good, man. I've seen, like, even in Arrow, he was not bad at all.
I just don't understand it, because I actually thought that Will and him, whenever I read the synopsis of the episode and how it was, I don't know, I guess a kidnapping or whatever it says for the synopsis. Yeah. It was some type of people who take a kidnap inside a Luthor Corp. I thought him and Will were going to be working together. I thought Will was actually going to be a big part of it when I saw him. I go, okay, so this is going to be his partner in crime.
Yeah. And when I saw him too, I recognized him. So I was like, oh, okay, he's probably about to be a main character.
And then all of a sudden, once again, something we don't understand, which is the grabbing and the shaking of just then killing him as if it was nothing. Mm-hmm. And now it's just going back to, that was a very weak beginning for the villain. Probably the weakest we have seen out of Smallville.
Yeah.
Even Hothead had a better opening because at least he was with the principal getting pissed off because the principal was back talking.
They might as well have called this episode Candyman.
Okay, but then they should have adapted more of that horror.
That's true.
With the beginning of the baby scene.
Because only that part's the creepy part. He doesn't do it again.
And again, I thought this episode was going to be something entirely different from his intro.
Yeah. You really, when you start watching, you're like, I don't know where this is going, actually.
I don't know what they're trying to accomplish.
I'm lost in 5 minutes. So we're back after the theme song and commercial. We have Chloe, Pete, and Clark walking to the bus stop. Also, why are they walking to the bus stop? They're not neighbors, are they?
Okay, so...
What? See?
All right, hold on.
Is this a new theory? What's going on?
Wait. So now we're getting into more clues here on what day of the week it is, though. So the school bus is there. They're getting on the school bus. So it has to be.
And they're talking about a party.
They're talking about a party. So it has to be Monday or Tuesday. To your point, where does Pete and Chloe come from? Don't they have to drive to Clark's house in order to then be able to? Because everybody even laughs saying that he lives on a farm and his only next door neighbor is Lana.
Yeah. So
where is Chloe and Pete coming from? To your point?
Yeah, it's like, are they driving to go ride the bus with Clark?
Oh my God! Remember, Cassandra said that he forgot his keys. Pete drives.
I don't understand.
What are you doing there?
Also, what was the number on the bus? 10:30. What did that mean? Is that the date?
Clark drives too. Everybody drives in this town, and now they can't because now they're 14 years old.
I don't understand. I think though there's been a time jump in this episode.
Oh, wait. All right, so now I'm gonna excuse Pete and Chloe right now. I'm gonna excuse them. I'm not gonna excuse the driving thing. They're picking and choosing at this point for 14-year-olds.
Right.
However, what if when your parents go out of town, you have your friends sleep over? Oh. So see, I'll give them that benefit. Yeah.
That's probably what you did do.
Yeah, I will give them that. But everything else with the driving, I got nothing.
Yeah, so I think there is a time jump, though, and they're just not telling us. Like, I think when it first started, it maybe was a Tuesday or something, and then Earl killing this dude, time jump, and now we're, like, on Friday because they're still out of town.
I don't think that it is still Friday, though, and the reason why I don't think it's weekend, you're trying to tell me they had a field trip on Saturday?
Oh, that's right. They do it the next day.
All right, so now we have to jump into the party here.
There, we got the party scene. Also, yeah, it's dumb packed in there.
All right, so obviously as Clark goes through the party here, he sees Chloe where Chloe's like, what's going on? I don't even know half of these people. Who invited everybody? Chloe says, haha, so much of a small gathering. What a smart-ass comment. Why don't you help? And this is also my problem. Now I'm going to pause it here real quick. I have to pause it because whenever you're at a house party, Joseph, and it's your house, you know who's coming into that house, right?
Yep.
Unless you're off doing something else where Clark then looks surprised. Where did all these people come from? Clark, where have you been?
Yeah,
where were you?
I don't understand.
Were you in the back
you're
somewhere?
the doorman,
You're
bro.
the
Like,
door. This
you're the
is
door.
your
This is
house.
your house. And also, he's like, yeah, I barely recognize anyone here from school. It's like, you tell me you don't recognize anyone.
That's a bad sign.
I'm like, this is why Clark is obviously dumb.
All right, so
Only math works for him, not common sense.
So he can't even count the people that arrive at his home. Again, where has he been the whole time? Are we back to Clark smoking dope?
Dude, just high all the time.
And was he just
Parents out of town, he's definitely got the bong upstairs, dude.
him and Pete just upstairs ripping it while everybody else then shows up and then he comes down saying, whoa, Chloe, what's going on? Now we're on where a kid who Clark does not know is about to be able to puke where Clark, all right, Joseph, I have a problem. This is too fast for me.
What do you mean?
He's too quick. He is too quick in this scene where now everybody looks like they have time has stopped, where everybody is then talking. He's able to knock over a vase while he goes to grab a bowl, where he then comes back, picks up the vase, puts it back, and then gets the bowl to the kid, where then the kid is able to puke. It's too fast. I think it's too quick.
Bro, he's fast as shit. What do you mean?
I'm
He's
sorry.
Superman.
I just think it's too quick. I don't know if he's that fast. I need some type of explanation.
Well, you know who's faster.
Well, I already know he's faster, but we don't get to him till much later on.
All right, look. I think that was perfectly fine. Okay?
I'm just saying, a little bit too fast for me.
Also, I would have kicked that dude out as soon as he started throwing up.
Yeah, exactly. Aren't you on a farm?
Like, you're going to hurl? Well, now you're going to leave.
Go outside. Go outside in one of the pig pens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pigs will eat it, right? That's why you're on a farm.
Slop. Some
Yeah.
good slop.
Okay.
Pig slop.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Like, yeah. Like,
Just throw up?
yeah, just some nice vomit, dude. All right, so yeah.
You're teaching me so much about the farm life.
Yeah, just wait, dude. Just wait. So we're still at the party. Lana just showed up. I'm sure you were like, oh, and who did she show up without?
Okay, so Lana looks dressed up. 1, 2, no Whitney. 3, Lana's showing up with nobody, saying that she doesn't know to anybody, where now they're talking about being brave and taking risk. Where Lana's like, I can never do something like this. Clark then, I think you're braver than what you think. It's a very sweet and touching moment. It's just funny because this, in a way, Lana's making a move on Clark, but Clark has no clue here. Lana, in a way, is showing Clark interest, and Clark is once again so dumbfounded, where he's just like, oh, hey, where's Whitney? Why are you even bringing him up? She didn't show up with him.
Who? Who? I don't know who you're talking about. Stop. Continue with the convo. Also, he hit her with the Troy line, bro, pretty much. He just said, yeah, oh, yeah, you're braver than me. I would never do this. Like, that's why no one will remember your name.
Oh, my God. Okay, so... Oh my God! You think that's what he said?
That's what he said, bro.
Okay, so you're saying he's back to insulting her when she's showing him clear interest.
It's perfect for Clark because, yes, he has no idea what's going on. He's so socially dumb on his awareness there. And, yeah. So
I think Clark was hitting it upstairs with Pete. They were just ripping the ball. That is the only explanation on why he's just even focused on picking up that party. If Lana walks in the door, why are you focused on anything else right now, dude?
Yeah,
you don't know anybody here. Who cares? Your house is done.
He's just so spaced out on the convo, and he's just like, oh, Lana, fireworks.
Now they're looking at the fireworks together.
Wait, who put on those fireworks? Whose are those? And then who is it?
All right.
Why is he here?
Hold on. This actually comes back to my other theory now. Joseph,
Yeah.
Lex invited all those kids. That's why Clark doesn't know them.
Oh my god.
That's what he did. And remember what Lex even mentions, call it a party gift, where Lex even says, I know how a party can make or break somebody in the social game at high school.
Mm-hmm.
Lex invited all the kids from all the schools. And that's why Clark didn't know anybody there, and it's because Lex did it all, including the firework display that he happily admits. And now they're explaining they have a field trip, and he's like, what did you do to be able to go to my plant? What can you explain this?
That's not Aunt Nell.
Hold on.
You think Aunt Nell's looking through her telescope at the party and seeing Lex with another woman?
Here's my thing. With the Aunt Nell theory, this is specifically they're sleeping together. They can't truly be together.
Oh, of course.
Lex has to be able to keep up the facade. The only thing that I find weird is, once again, why is Lex so interested in high school people?
I don't get it.
This is fireworks. This is inviting kids. This is serving alcohol where Pete and Chloe have something in the red cups that's inappropriate. They're underage.
Dude, in Lex's mind, this is P.S. I love you, Clark.
And then he has his date, I guess. I'm not calling his girlfriend. His date goes into the house to use the restroom, and she goes, oh, your bathroom's flooded, by the way.
Yeah, she probably shit it up in there, bro. My God, you see how dirty she looks, dude?
So you think that she was the one that clogged the toilet?
Martha's pissed. Martha's pissed. I'd be scared.
All right, so I do have to ask, though. Clark is 14 years old, presumably 14 years old, where you know that he has superhuman strength, you know he has powers. I get a lot of bad things happen to Clark, always. But if you're your parents, why are you calling him nonstop on your anniversary?
Yeah, she mentions later on that
she called him 6 times.
Like, bro, stop calling from the restaurant, first of all.
Exactly. Why am I going to ever recognize that on the caller ID, psycho?
Hey, waiter, can I use your phone?
Why would you ever do that? It makes no sense. This is overprotecting Martha. And now they're talking about a nice little sweet moment. It's whatever to me.
It's a nice little moment between them.
Yeah, Jonathan telling her, yeah, I'll be poor forever, and you just have to accept it because I'll love you forever.
Yeah, and what's up with Martha? Did she come for money?
No. I think Martha had a shot to be in money.
Well, I thought they just said she used to live in Metropolis.
Well, she did used to live in Metropolis. I don't know if she came. Is her family rich? I didn't know her family. I thought she had a shot to marry into money, and she chose Jonathan, the broke ass. Yeah, the farmer who acts like he's fixing things all the time because he's not doing anything with his crops.
My man wooed her with his bicycle skills.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. And it's not to take anything away from Jonathan just saying, oh, I don't see how women could fall for a guy like this. What I'm saying is that Jonathan on the inside is a piece of crap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just a lazy, doesn't do anything.
Shit, he's probably hot
breaks
too, man.
Everything. And yeah, we know where Clark gets his doobies. That's where he gets them.
Dad, can you roll it for me? Martha's not looking, I swear.
All right, so Joseph, we're back to the party here. Who
party.
Walks in?
Whitney.
I love this scene from Whitney.
No Letterman. Leather jacket.
Leather jacket. This is Fonzie arriving.
No, this is the bad boy. He's mad. He comes in mad at the party.
All right.
Also, yeah, why is he like... That was weird. I feel like we never seen him do that.
Your girlfriend doesn't tell you she's going to the party. Your girlfriend dresses up. It's to a house where a guy took her out on a date, and she also didn't tell you. Joseph, how mad are you at your lady that you catch her there? Are you gonna like?
Why didn't you tell me you were coming here, Lana?
Are you gonna like take her outside? Because that's what he does. He takes her outside. Can we step outside right now?
Yeah, come outside.
I think we need to handle this.
Come outside, Lana.
We're now that. Ooh.
And then they fucking gossip right here.
Like, this is the thing. I thought the blonde girl was gonna be somebody else. Whenever the little episode went on, I was like, oh, that's gonna be a side thing that's happening.
God, Whitney's so gonna beat her.
That's why he's taking her to the barn.
Yeah.
So he can hide the bruises.
Lock the door, Lana. Lock the barn door. Grab the shovel. Now, smacks in his hand. He's like, so tell me.
What a turn.
Why are you here? I need to know. All right, so yeah, they get taken to the barn. Or he takes her to the barn, and they're talking about. Also, this is new? They're taking a break. They need space. Like what?
All right, so this is now, and what I hate about Lana doing this, and what I even told you earlier there, was that I respect Whitney, and I have no problem with how he's handling the situation. I would be pissed off, too, where Lana then tries to turn, what, you don't trust me? No, I don't trust you! What do you mean? You bought now 2 new outfits!
Your track record sucks.
Like, what, listen, I may have been an asshole about 3 episodes ago, but I moved on. But you are just now wanting me to what? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't get it too. But also, I mean, if they needed some space, then why is he mad? Are like they technically
No,
together?
she's threatening that. She's
Oh.
threatening what? I think we should take some space. You know what? And by the way, she's even using that as a reasoning. Whenever your lady says, I want to take some space, does that mean she's still making out with you? She was making out with him the other day. Remember, he got her the book for her birthday.
Oh, the book.
Oh, and it was a red book. You think he just got a hug for that? No.
Probably.
First edition, bro.
Lana's sacred, bro. That's all she's giving is hugs.
A first edition, you're going to get something more than a hug.
Maybe.
All right, so now we're where they hear the shake right above the barn, where apparently that means you got to go inspect it with the pitchfork.
Yeah, the pitchfork.
Chloe and Clark are hanging out in the kitchen.
Also, dude, why is no one there? They just stepped outside from the party.
Yeah, everybody left after. Oh, you know why? It's because they saw Whitney and Lon and things got really awkward.
They're like,
oh, that's about to happen. Everybody needs to leave now.
Yeah. Go outside. Go watch them through the barn. We gotta see what's going on. So yeah. Anyways, this town sucks, man.
No, it doesn't. They throw Rangers on a Tuesday. I think this town is awesome.
Going up!
Every
On a
single time
Tuesday.
we're watching them at a party, they're always doing it on a weekday. It's
true.
never on a weekend.
What's up with the lights in here? In the barn?
It has to be New Year's, Christmas time. We're in the same time. We've been following the episode for the time period.
Okay,
We've been doing great.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so yeah, we got them going back out of the barn because Lana told Clark there's something in the barn or someone, whoever. And Whitney over here with the pitchfork telling Clark, dude, you got something up here, dude.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't even inspect it. He waited for Clark to come over there. When you just want somebody to do
That
something
man's
with him.
angry, bro. He's like ready to stab.
And this is where we find Earl now in the barn, where Clark magically says, whoa, Whitney, I know this guy. How the hell is Clark know Earl? Well, Earl's now saying that I came to see your dad. He's the only one that I can trust. Oh, Clark, too bad he's out of town, Earl. Come back later.
Yeah, see ya. You look sick. Go to the hospital. Hey, they brought back veins for this.
And you said they would never bring back veins. I just have to pause it just to say I was right. The veins do pop up at a later time, not just in the first few episodes.
It doesn't happen all the time, bro. I'm just saying.
It happened in the first few. You were wrong. I was right. Say it out loud.
Say it. Say it. And so yeah, he's starting to see,
Jitterbug.
yeah, he's seizing up here, Jitterbug. They're taking him to the hospital. He's clearly on the run. This man's hiding. He's freaking out, trying to find Jonathan. And so now we're at the hospital. Chloe's the one that drinks sodas around here.
Oh, you think his fridge is full? That's why his fridge is full of sodas. It's for Chloe and Pete, and they were coming over that night. That's exactly what was going on. Okay, we have explained the soda
Chloe
situation.
will love the Pepsi.
She loves the Pepsi.
But yeah, so they're waiting here. And he's telling Chloe about basically how he knows Earl and his memories with him. Like
Pretty much how Earl worked on the farm for them.
Yeah, he worked for Jonathan, a white man.
As just person working around the farm.
Housekeeper?
All right, so here's also my problem. Earl, I need to know what Earl was being paid on the Kent farm. Because I don't want to think Earl could have been a slave on the Kent farm. But Jonathan, being the way Jonathan is, Earl reacted to Clark the way he did, and he left the Kent farm because the janitorial position at Luther Corp paid more.
Damn. From a Kent to a Luther.
So, how much was the Kent farm paying? Was it $3 an hour?
Probably paid him in bread. Earl, fine work. You get a whole loaf.
Oh my God. I can't do this anymore.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna go work for money. I'll see you. Tell your son he sucks at playing the guitar. Yeah, and so, and Chloe's being all skeptic here, like, oh, you don't know someone. Everyone has their dark little secrets.
Yeah, what like weird comments that she's trying to make here, and all she does is poke the bear. That's all she ever does.
Yep.
And then we got the greatest cops ever now coming into town.
Ethan. Sheriff Ethan.
And now he's explaining, Earl's my friend, what's going on? He's wanted for murder. Get out of my face, kid.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And I'm pretty sure they've seen Clark now like every single day of every single week. They have seen him every single time.
Look how crazy this looks. It looks so ridiculous, bro.
Where Earl just tosses Clark out of the window like it's a rag doll. Those were probably some of the best special effects that equal out to the deer that they paid for last episode.
I think the deer was better, dude.
The deer was pretty amazing. That was just high quality tech.
All right, we're at commercial, but I don't know about this seizure power, man.
The seizure power makes no sense. I don't even know if it's a power.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to finally talk. We can talk about how they describe it.
Well, no, they don't describe it at all.
Well, how Earl describes how it happened, like it first started.
Well, yeah, I understand the description of how it started, but it doesn't really explain like what's going on.
Hey, what's up with you, man? What's up with you, man? A fun fact about this episode, though, you know this was actually slated to be number 2 in the season. It was supposed to be episode 2.
Wait, that's probably why they didn't show them driving then.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, they weren't going to show them driving till later on in the season, and then they switched up the episodes.
And obviously it shows brand new, so you introduce a character that's probably well established with the family, so it kind of makes more sense if you really think about it.
Well, interesting then. So this is complete then filler.
Pretty much.
Like that's exactly because what do we? Well, no, because we do get a little bit of something. That's funny though that you're saying episode 2, where we even have Lionel later on in the episode. Meaning that we would have had him much sooner. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to save him till later on because he's only been in it one other time where him and Lex were fencing partners. Mm-hmm. But Lex won because of the Russian teacher.
That's right.
It's always right.
Banging her too.
No, oh my God, he's banging everybody.
My man probably gives himself high fives all the time. He's so great. After
our commercial break, I need to ask Joseph one question here.
Why is there semen on the floor?
What does he step on?
Why?
What does Clark step on?
I need to know why there's semen on the floor.
What is that? That's not gum. That's not what gum looks like.
It ain't gum. It rhymes with gum, though. I'll tell you what it is.
I'm not saying that.
Look, you got it on his it was on the counters, too, bro. You got it on his shirt.
Okay. And so now Clark is having to clean up because he's like, oh, gosh darn, I now got to spend 30 seconds to clean everything. Mm. It must be really hard to have superpowers to clean up a party. But, Joseph, I do have one question for you. What happened to the vase?
Oh, where is the vase?
The one that he picked up on the scene before. What happened to it?
I don't know.
So, there's only one explanation.
I do remember dishes being broken in the background. You can, like, hear glass break.
So. Well, I thought somebody stole it.
Someone would steal it.
Because that vase is so awesome where the guys that were at this party, they obviously don't know Clark, so why would they care?
Yeah.
And I'm going home with the brand new vase. Oh, the house owner just left to go to the hospital? What a loser. Like, everybody was there, right?
Yeah. Everyone was there.
Yeah. Chloe and Clark just what did he say? Oh, everyone's got to go home. No, he didn't say that.
No. But it's funny, all I thought about when I saw this scene was Spit Shine in Space Jam. When Taz... Spit Shine!
Spit Shine!
And Taz just goes and spins. That's exactly what Clark did. He was definitely spitting on the floor.
Don't you love, though, that his parents just catch him?
Yeah.
Or they just start clapping.
And what's the thing that Martha has when she first comes back?
Dude, a plunger. Do you know how mad Martha is right now?
Bro, I would literally put that up to his face and be like, smell what you did. Rub his nose in it.
So what you're saying, though, is that this is a scene from Ted where she's Mila Kunis. It's like, oh my God, there's shit on the floor.
There's a shit on my floor. It's like, oh, we were wondering what she was doing over there. She was squatting for a
And now
second.
there's Lex's lady.
And that was like, oh.
That's what she did.
Maybe they had a fancy dinner before and it just was not sitting well.
Lasagna.
Comes in as lasagna, goes out as lasagna.
I don't know what that's gross.
Yeah. So yeah, of course we have Clark here explaining to his parents, yeah, I'm in trouble, obviously. Earl.
Guess what I found in the farm there, Dad? What'd you find? Found old Earl.
I found old Earl.
That's what I found.
He was wrapped up in a blanket, tied up in the barn, man.
Jonathan's first reaction, what the hell was Earl doing in my property?
Yeah, he left. He left us for a reason.
Yeah.
He didn't want my bread.
I thought he got a better job. Where is that better job now, huh?
Yeah, he just back there. He's like, piece of shit.
Like, Jonathan's like, I can't wait to go to the hospital to ask him these things.
So, yeah, they take him to the hospital.
Okay, hold on.
Clark and...
Hold on. I gotta stop you, and I'm sorry to stop you. Because we do open up on the hospital. Why are they able to see Earl? And where Earl just is now accused of murder, Earl now has a special power that sent Clark flying through glass. Why are they able to stand and see Earl from about 2 feet away?
I don't get it.
These are the worst cops.
And
who are they protecting?
And so even from earlier, like going back on like his powers, like how is Clark actually able to just be within the feet? Because it's like a radiation type thing, is it not?
Yeah, and they also don't explain. The only thing that I can think is that whenever he touches Clark, that's when something occurs. But he can at least still be around him.
All right, so this is where we need to pause real quick because this is where they're explaining his powers origin.
They're Go ahead.
So what is this, Taylor? It said some type of mineral poisoning on his skin.
Already told you what it is.
We're doing the mist.
We're gonna say that this is cornfield mist.
Cornfield kryptonite?
Kryptonite mist. That's what this is. This is cornfield kryptonite mist.
And so that's the thing. Like he's seizuring up because his body's trying to push it out. And I don't know.
All right. So but here's also going back to some of the things that they've talked about, where it seems like a lot of things that are going on with making the villains is pretty much ejecting them in some cases with kryptonite. So this was in a way for, in my opinion, Luthor Corp or the Luthors to be able to inject employees to be able to see if they are exposed to this, what's then going to occur. Which, for me, what this episode is showing is not everybody's able to accept kryptonite into their bodies.
Yep.
And some people's bodies will end up rejecting it, where then you're having the jitterbug.
Jitterbug. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's get back in here. So
can I please go back to why is the doctor telling people that are not his family the medical results?
Because John was his guardian.
His caretaker.
His caretaker, guardian.
What was Jonathan to Earl? Because honestly, everyone can tell Jonathan everything.
Employer.
He has paperwork to show that.
Yeah, and so they're talking about this thing here where, Earl basically had an accident at the fertilizer plant, and of course he's talking about level 3.
Talking about the level 3, talking about how he was exposed at the Luthor Corp.
Because they're experimenting with crops.
And everybody's like, there's no way that he's telling the truth. He's completely crazy. Nobody is ever going to believe anybody, especially a guy like Earl, who was a janitor.
Yeah.
And that's what this comes down to, where Earl was wanting to reach out to Jonathan because Jonathan was going to be the one to help. Jonathan now goes into the room where he is able to speak to Earl for the first time. He says, Clark, don't you dare go in there. And if you go in there, I swear to God. So Clark then stays back because according to Jonathan, by the way, how does Jonathan put it? He puts it in a way of not to help Clark, but to say, you're going to stay here because we don't know what's going to happen in there.
Yeah.
Like, what an asshole. Like, he would blame whatever would happen in there on Clark.
That's right.
Because that's what Jonathan does.
Hey, you got to remember, he's in trouble for the house party, bro.
Okay, if we're going to go off of that, fine. Because that's a fatherly thing to be, is to punish somebody. But he didn't say that. He said, we don't know what's going to happen in there if you're exposed to him.
Hey, Dick, just sit here, all right? I'm still mad at you.
And, okay, so this whole button pressing and speaking doesn't make any sense. He lets go. They explain where now Earl, look, Earl, there's Clark. Clark's fine. Earl
You remember Clark, right? Oh, he's so big now.
It's so big. You were working in the field with him.
You remember breaking your guitar strings, yeah?
Earl presses that red button so that
They can
Clark
talk.
is able to talk.
Yeah.
So now Earl then unpresses the button and is now speaking to Jonathan. Clark is able to hear everything that they say right now.
Well,
How is he able to hear?
I think only if he presses the button.
Exactly. But he's not pressing the button here. So whenever him and Jonathan are now talking about the Lionel, and once again Earl's explaining the level 3, Clark is now acting like that he's able to hear.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell is he able to hear without Earl being able to press the button? We have not gone to that superpower. Look at Clark's face.
I don't think he is hearing him.
What do you mean that was a weird face to make then?
I think he's wondering like, what's going on? What is he saying to him?
Why is he making that type of face? I really hope.
Maybe he's high as shit.
So
Maybe he's not even thinking about the combo.
I'm
What if
so-
What if he could hear them, but he's not even listening?
What? So you think that in the back of his head, he's truly just like, man, I wonder if Pete wants to go to the beanery later.
Yeah, he's like, man, was that semen on my floor earlier? I think it was.
I gotta clean
I'll never
my
know.
shoes.
I guess I'll never know now. I cleaned it. But, yeah, so Earl is just pretty much, he's going on this rant where he's trying to find out this stuff that got under his skin. He wants, like, Luthers to pay for it, pretty much. He's trying to expose it on what their experiments were and
Well,
how...
he thinks that it's the only place for the cure, too.
Cure as well, yeah. And so he obviously wants to shame the Luthers because their involvement in it and they're not, taking responsibility or action for it.
Well, wait. Both of them are not involved here.
What do you mean?
Don't blame the Luthors. There's only one Luthor that is to blame here.
That is true.
So don't put the S on the end of that.
Hey, I do what I want.
Yeah, I know. You already insult Pete all the time. Don't even get me started on Pete this episode. We're going to get to him, too.
Don't get me started on Pete this episode.
All right, so now the jitters are getting worse for Earl, where he's like, it already cost me my baby, my marriage, my job. This cost me everything. I don't want to do it. I need to find the cure or I'm going to be able to die. I know the cure is in that plant. I know that it's a level 3. Help me, Jonathan. Help me.
Help me, Jonathan. Jonathan, help me.
What the hell is Jonathan going to do, by the way?
He's going to say no.
Yeah, Jonathan is really going to turn around and be like, we're not going to do
He
this.
literally said no.
Well, because now Clark is saying,
Do you think he's telling the truth?
boom, boom, he does hear him. I told you.
That's so weird.
That doesn't fit now. Oh my god, I was right. Yes. Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
now Jonathan walks out of the room, where then Clark is the one that says, do you think he's telling the truth? Meaning that Clark was able to hear everything without Earl pressing that button, where we got to a new power before it was revealed.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's crazy. And I just imagine Jonathan's like, this guy sucks, let's go.
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, it comes out, and Clark's like, what happened? He sucks, let's just go.
We're just gonna... No, and that's how Jonathan acts, because Clark's like, well, I have a field trip there tomorrow, so maybe I can expect it. Jonathan, just enjoy your field trip,
And look,
Clark.
and now they're walking out, and he
And
has
now
the
he's
button
pressing the button. So now they're insinuating that was the only way for him to be able to hear.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, see? I knew there was a hole.
Well, that's for him to hear them, but maybe...
How is Clark able to hear through the glass, though?
Well, maybe Clark in that room, they can hear automatically.
They can't hear automatically in that episode. In that mirror, that would make no sense.
Whatever, dog.
What's the point of the button?
Also, this mom sucks. Such a filthy liar.
Oh, she
To
is
her
the
child?
worst.
Her own baby called her out and said, yeah, Mom, you keep saying we're not getting shots today, and you've done it before. We're going to get shots, and I'm going to cry and hate you. And she's like, no, I promise.
That's like the meanest thing that a mother could do.
Yeah, I would
I
just be straight
agree.
up, dog. Be like, hey, We gonna get some shots today.
So you're saying that Earl's not the real villain, that this mother is the real villain?
Yeah. Very overshadowed.
Okay,
I
agree. So obviously we have Earl that was in the elevator where he was then strapped to the wheelchair. Once again, the murderer Earl is only in an elevator with one police officer, where we already know that he can do the jitters. But this is why I thought he could teleport, Joseph. It's because the elevator goes down. The police officer is now passed out after the horrible mother has the door open. The thing is turned over. I thought he teleported out of here.
I didn't get this.
Where does he go then?
Because he had to have stopped, I guess, on a random floor, maybe?
That was the only thing that would be able to make sense.
Alright, so now we are getting into the field trip. We got the Luther Corp fertilizer plant.
Is this a Tuesday or Wednesday? So it's a field trip on a weekday. They just got done partying the night before.
Yeah.
And this is what they have to go and do. This is insane. Every party that happens is always on a weekday.
It is kind of wild. And also, we get someone we rarely get to see, Mr. Gabe Sullivan, Chloe's dad.
Who makes a lot of poop jokes here. There's a lot of poopness going on from him. He makes a crap joke right now, where then it turns Chloe into an embarrassing thing, which now, I'm sorry, but I had to bring this up, Joseph. Why is Whitney on the field trip with the 14-year-olds? Why are they all on the same class field trip?
And
I can have an excuse.
Do we have to wear the Lettermans every day?
Well, you have to represent when you're at school. That I agree with.
No,
man. Everyone needs to know when you're at school.
Oh, because everyone's like, oh, is that the star quarterback?
Oh.
Yeah. Whitney.
Everyone needs to see the patches.
Patches O'Houlihan, dog.
All right, so now Clark even makes a comment. Oh, yeah, so are we going to be able to see level 3 today? Clark, what are you doing? What is the matter with you?
Some dumb switch went on in his head out on this field trip.
Why?
I don't know what it is. Who would ask that question? Why would you just be like, oh, y'all have a level 3? Hey, what about level 3?
Everybody is denied level 3, and he thinks he's going to get it out of the chauffeur, out of a school field trip.
In front of everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's where we're keeping the aliens and all their ha-ha. All right, Mr. Sullivan, keep it down, please. God, he already annoyed
I bet all
me.
the kids are like, Clark's an idiot. What are you asking about? Shut up.
Clark, what are you doing? Hang out in the back, dude. Did you hotbox before the field trip again?
Give me more poop jokes. I don't want to hear Clark's dumbass.
So now we're back to the same boiler room as last episode.
Oh, is this where they went?
Where this is showing the level 2, where Earl is walking through the hallway going to look for his level 3 because he remembers to follow the red pipes. This is where he opens the door to the elevator, but surprise, surprise, Joseph,
it ain't there.
What happened?
It looks like a janitor's closet.
And it looks like that it was sealed up with the wall, which, by the way, you would think that Earl would already question, what is an elevator doing in this area of the building? Why am I going downstairs when it's called level 3? Level 2 would be upstairs. How is level 3 downstairs?
This is just showing the education in Smallville.
Or are they going further into the ground?
I guess so. It's a plant, so I mean...
They could do that. I'll give them that if that's what they're saying, is that it's just further going down. But also it looks like that there's stairs going up.
Clark is something else. No, keep going.
Okay, you want me to... All right.
Clark is something else, bro.
He escapes the school field trip.
And he just leaves. And
no one's going to notice, though, right?
Pete does notice. He's like, where's Clark?
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Because who the hell wouldn't notice Clark leaving? He's the biggest guy in the class.
If you're on your field trip, bro, would you not be making sure you're with your crew, like walking together? Like, why were they separated from Clark?
It's just weird that Pete and Chloe truly are just whatever. Everyone's whatever about who the hell that Clark's gone. Nobody is even thinking about it. Where we're seeing now the jittery handle. Obviously,
Mr. Sullivan.
Earl now has a gun. Which this is where the episode took a great turn for me. Because he says, you need to take me to level 3. I actually enjoyed this part because I was like, okay, we're done with all the BS.
Hostage.
Now let's get into the real stuff. I was expecting people to die, however, especially Mr. Sullivan.
Nah, you can't kill him that quick, dude.
Why?
It's her dad.
Yeah. I thought Chloe was going to be an orphan. Obviously, she has enough money with the paper.
God, imagine the problems.
Dude, Chloe has enough money already with the torch, the website of the torch. She does so many things. Lex Luthor now wants to invest in her. Hey, hit me up for a summertime.
I'll tell you what she's not doing.
What's she not doing?
Clark.
Oh. Yeah, but...
Roasted. Chloe Sullivan, roasted.
Yeah, but it's because she wanted Sean in the end. That's why.
Hot and cool Sean.
Sean and his freezer hose.
Yeah, freezer hose. Yo, this freezer burns land, baby.
If you were to ever say that in the episode, it turns out to be the greatest episode of all time.
I might actually have to agree on that one. So we're on commercial here, so I don't know the plant thing. I mean, the hostage, whatever.
Why are you? You're just not into this. Why are you not into this episode?
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, maybe the house party was cool.
House party was great. I was hoping it was going to be the whole episode.
Wow, they gave us a whole Smallville party episode.
If they gave me a whole Smallville episode, hold on. I just want to pause this real quick here because we're already back. I hate my VHS. They speed up too quick sometimes. What I wanted to point out is that if this turned out to be a house party Smallville teen drama where there was no villain, it was truly just the teen drama of the party. Whitney doesn't show up till halfway through the party after Clark and Lana are playing some drinking games together.
Yeah.
And Clark starts ignoring the big crowd. First 15 minutes, big crowd. Second 15 minutes, Lana shows up with him. Oh my God, this could have turned into an episode of Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, they really could have made it a whole episode like them planning it. Party gets crazy.
Yeah,
that would have been kind of cool.
Great.
So
and you know what? One of the kids could have been the villain, where they could have had something with the kryptonite.
Ooh.
And they stopped them at the party. Oh my God, what are we doing right now?
We're just sitting here giving great ideas.
This is.
I wish they would just go back and fix the episode.
God, you know what? We're sending in a letter.
So back from commercial, we have obviously. The hostage situation is public. Everyone knows. Kids, the parents freaking out. John and...
Lex pulling up in the badass car. He was going to go even further until the cop stopped him because he was going to drive through the wall.
Yep, and then we have John and Martha here as well.
By the way, I love this. I love that Lex does this.
Yeah, Lex is like, yeah, them two only.
Hold on, them two are main characters. Bring them in.
Yeah, it's like, really, actually, why? Why even bring them in?
You would have not paid any attention to them whatsoever. They weren't even screaming for you.
You couldn't just be like, hey, I'll figure out what's going on.
And so now they are explaining how Earl Jenkins is the one that took everybody hostage. Lex is asking, what the hell is he doing there? Jonathan, I just so happen to know him. I'm glad everything just worked out so well. Where now he's saying, we're going to have to convince him. He's talking about level 3. Lex, well, there's a problem because there is no level 3. They both give each other a weird look. I don't know what that was. And now they're watching the videotape of Earl and his kidnappers.
Martha already. Where's Clark?
What is he doing here? Oh, this is genius from Clark. You know how I'm going to show everybody proof that there's no level 3? Not through my x-ray vision. Of me being able to look up or down to be able to see where if a level 3 exists.
Yeah, and then he just knows where that building, that office is here on the camera.
Joseph, what does he do to prove his point here? What does he do? So
just first off, we're gonna pause it real quick.
You want to pause it?
If he were to come in like this on a trip, you saw this dude come in. He's like, Earl, it's not in the blueprints. Clark, why do you have those? Why do you have those, Clark? Why do you have blueprints, and what are you talking about? You know this crazy ass?
What? Hold on. Joseph, he thought that me showing Earl the blueprints would convince Earl that there is no level 3 that existed. This man is so crazy about level 3 that he has shown up in your barn after however long.
Yeah.
This man has murdered somebody. And you think showing him blueprints is going to convince him. Damn it, Clark. This is not a math problem. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Dude, he pissed me off with this shit, man.
What the hell? I was like, oh my...
I found these blueprints. Oh, you just found them.
Don't worry. I'm going to let this play out now. Where Earl, what the hell are you talking about, idiot? Oh, this convinced me. Oh, now you got me now, Clark.
You know what? Let me look at these blueprints.
Let me do this real quick, because they're not going to allow the blueprints. Oh, and Chloe. Her and her crying face.
I'm so worried.
Look at her.
I'm so worried.
Oh my God,
I'm scared.
She needs to be covered up.
She was trying to obviously work out a solution. I was like, hey, Earl, let my friends go.
She is such a Vilma reporter. She is smarter than everybody else in this show.
Dad, look away.
She had a plan B in her back pocket.
Dude. And so, yeah, so they're all... This man is over here. Oh, every night I go down to level 3, follow the red pipes down the long hallway.
That's what he says?
Yeah. And he's over here like, no, it's not in there. Why is he yelling at Pete?
He's
Why is he yelling at Pete, dude?
Pete's gotta be the easiest target in the show.
Like, you're just singling him out.
Look at
I know
this.
you have no idea what I want and who I am, but look, it's not in there. So why would he not do that to Clark?
Well, he's like, you're just like everybody else.
White.
Whoa!
Dude, he's thinking it for sure, dude.
Alright, so now they go, alright, I'm defeated. Clark then sits up in the corner. He just wants to sit right next to Lana with Whitney right there. Clark, go away. Clark, these are the moments where you do not sit next to her. Get away from Lana.
He's doing it every time.
Like every time.
Every
It's like,
time,
you want to see them make out again? You want to see her in Whitney's arm while she's scared? Go hold Chloe. Go try to make Lana jealous. You're playing... You might as well be showing magic tricks at this point.
Clark is a magic guy, math whiz simp.
Whoa!
He
No!
simps over Lana, bro.
Yeah, he does a little bit.
Yeah. And so, who do we get here?
This is my favorite part of the episode. This is easily the best part, where now finally we have Lionel coming out, which is great because the hair. The hair is so
his hair is glorious.
It is so beautiful the way he just even combs it back.
That shit looks like the hair of like a 20-year-old.
I just love it. I'm jealous of it so much right now in my life at 30.
Yep.
And this man is able to do this when he's, what, 55?
Dude, yeah. And he's rocking that beard game, bro.
Hey, there's highlights in his hair. It's beautiful.
Dude. And yeah,
Do you think that's why Lex is so jealous of him in these early parts?
Oh.
He's like, that hair. And it's like, do you think that...
I think he's jealous of anyone with hair, bro.
So you think that's a big... And I'm sorry to have to pause it here, but I do have to ask the question about a Smallville type of kind of back and forth rivalry between father and son. You think his dad grows his hair out on purpose in order to throw it in his son's face?
Dog. That's some two-timing Lionel shit.
Like, that would be a Lionel thing to do, just to kind of
petty,
up...
bro.
Yeah,
Very
it would be
petty.
one-upping Lex. Because, think about it. If you're a true dad, wouldn't you want to shave your head in order to match your son so that your son doesn't feel weird and not picked on and bullied? Instead, he's combing his hand through his hair as he is pulling up.
Hey, son.
Hey, son. Son.
Oh.
He's
How you
still
doing?
brushing it.
And so this is crazy because this is the first time they get to meet him, the Kents.
Well, not the first time that they get to meet, but this is the first time in the show right now at this point, because they meet earlier. We find out later on in much later seasons, but that's what I'm hinting at.
Oh,
Okay.
All
All right, you need to keep up, okay? Are you even a fan? All right, so getting back to the episode.
Whoa, dude. Just got slaughtered for a second. All right, yeah, what?
All right.
What?
So now we're having the Kins and, of course, Lionel communicate back and forth.
Yep.
Where they're going on still about the level 3. And I love Lex's little question here of, there is no level 3, right, Dad?
Right, Dad?
He might as well have said, of course!
Of course. And so, yeah, you can just tell. He's definitely... Lionel's a genius, man.
Well, no, he's just...
He's just so deceptive. It's crazy.
What I love more than anything, though, is that the guys are standing around, and they're like, hey, you need to do something, Lionel. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to let SWAT decide. Martha then comes in, you need to get the kids now, damn it. And then Lionel's like, okay, well, I'm not going to listen to a woman. And then Martha says, if you're not going to do it, then Jonathan will. You know what? I love that. Go save Jonathan, Martha.
No, don't do that, Jonathan. You're not the one he blames. Right, Dad?
And then Lex is now going to volunteer.
What'd you say, son?
That's what he did. He combed his hand through his hair once again, and he said, "Don't ever talk to me like that again."
Then smacks him.
That's what he did? Oh, wait, what?
What?
No, he didn't smack him.
No, you're gonna hit him.
See, this is your problem. You might as well have hit Pete in this episode, too, for the way that you are talking.
Look at that, no level 3, Pete!
Why did he yell at Pete?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry, we're on a commercial break, so now we have to keep talking about how Pete was beaten.
Yeah.
I have to still get back. Pete was so mistreated.
Pete Ross just got so singled out, bro. That made no sense. Maybe just because he was the other black guy?
So, Chloe had a plan B, which we knew where that was heading. Pete just, no plan, just supposed to be the victim.
Yeah.
Pete was going to be the hostage that was going to go.
He was just sitting there, man. I just go to school. It's my field trip. Who are you?
What did you say to me?
You not see the blueprints, Pete? Been talking about level 3 and everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy. Damn it, Pete. Oh, there's another black guy. Oh, no, that's not a black guy.
No, there is. That's a doctor, a scientist.
There we go.
All right, so now we're back where they are calling to now speak to Earl, Luther,
Lionel,
to be more
Luther.
specific.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going back and forth of, oh, I have your attention. What are you wanting? What are you wanting to do here? What is the end goal? I just need you to tell me about level 3. I really wish Earl would just let this level 3 go. I really wish that we would just, Earl, just kill a kid.
Man just wants a cure, bro.
Just send a message.
Look at this shit.
And now Earl has to do his Jitterbug routine, where he is then holding on to a methane turning for the gas.
Yeah. And
Is that the best way to put it? A gas knob? Because that's what you put in a lab? Is a methane little propane tank. I don't know what you call it. Either way, he breaks it off. He slaps Clark in the face. Clark has no bruises, no scratches. All the other kids are freaking out. Earl then goes back to the camera and says, "Look what you made me do."
Yeah, what? Like, yeah, you see what you made me do? Smack the shit out of Clark just now. You did that.
You did that. That was on you. Now the Luthers are looking at each other going, well, what do we do? Well, the gas valve just broke. So now the whole place is going to be going up. All right. We're back to where Whitney...
Man is just angry.
This-
You think he's still angry about Lana at the party?
Does Whitney not become a type of hero or villain? I feel like Whitney needs to wear just some type of costume where he has an alternate personality. If he had something in his Letterman where it's like, or if he had his football helmet and he put it on right now, I'm ready. Are you ready, Clark?
It's like, come at me, Earl. Come here, Earl. Yeah, dude. I don't understand why does Whitney do this?
All right, so he asked Clark, though. He asked Clark, "Hey, Clark, you're going to come with me?" And
Yeah,
Clark's
we could
like,
take him.
"Listen, man, I've been running around getting blueprints. I don't know what you were doing this entire time, but I've been doing things.
Yeah.
So why don't you go handle this yourself?" And Lon is just sitting there going, "Yeah, you're right, Clark. You stay down
You rest
here.
up,
You
you
were
little-
just
got
hit.
your boo-boo."
We're still not going to question that your face is not marked up by getting hit in the face with a steel handle. We're just going to ignore that. It was probably not really hitting him."
Yeah.
So what does Whitney do, though? Can you explain, Joseph?
He basically sneaks up on Earl, and he doesn't go for like attack or anything. This man just swats the gun away, like it was a fly.
All right.
And then Earl just decked his ass.
All right, so I was confused. Whitney got shot there.
Did he?
Yes. I need you to understand that. Whitney got shot, and that's where I was confused when I first watched it. I didn't go back to it. All right, so I'm going to go back to it right now, where when Whitney comes up behind Earl, and Whitney makes his move, and you see it in the camera. Earl's hand is then knocked away with the gun, where the gun then falls on the ground.
Right.
The gun fires when it falls on the ground. And when it does, look at his arm. Or they did not show the actual gunshot. Maybe they had to cut it out for the TV. But he was shot with his arm.
That was weird.
And he has in the later, and this is how I know. When it goes to the end here, and we'll see, he has a bullet hole blood thing with his arm wrapped.
What on earth?
Yeah, so they either cut that scene out or something
Yeah.
happened where they weren't going to show the gunshot.
That's a goof thing right there.
So now we're back to outside where the Lex and the Lionel are going back and forth, where this is all about what are we going to do. He shot out the cameras. He's now going to start killing kids. It's funny, but that's what I mean. They cut something out here where he shot Whitney on purpose. And then, because that would explain to me why this SWAT director then says somebody's down, he shot a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he
one
shot
hostage down.
He says one hostage down, meaning that he fired.
Mm-hmm.
They cut out a scene where he shot Whitney.
They definitely cut it out.
And now, so they're trying to decide on what to do. The gas is still going off. Lex then says, I'm going to go in.
So would Lionel smirk? Is he just like so proud of his son for doing this?
No, Lionel wants him to go in and hopefully he dies. That's what Lionel wants to have happen.
It's like, yeah, son, go in there.
And it was very easy for Lex to be able to go in there, by the way. You would think that there would be some type of hard thing that he would have to jump through. No, he just walked straight in.
He is Lex Luthor. I mean, it's his plan.
That's true. Look at it. And even Whitney, look at his arm.
Lex doesn't even care about Whitney, bro.
They completely just overshot. And the fact that Lex just walks in, he's like, what are you doing with all these kids? Let them all go. Take me instead. You want level 3? I'll give you some level 3. But seriously, I just want to pause it just one time here. This is only going to be a second because I just have to show you Whitney's arm real quick. Look at this. Look, it's my plant. I walk around. It's my dirty work. He needs a doctor.
Damn,
look at his arm. He has a bullet on his arm.
Dude, and why is Clark still sitting next to them, bro?
Why is he still there while Whitney is being comforted by Lana?
He might as well be rubbing his head, too. Whitney, you okay, bud? Got a nice little hole there.
What if Clark just started putting his arm around Lana? Oh, yeah. This is a really hard time.
Just like the classic stretch move.
While she's comforting Whitney.
Just gives a nod. Yeah, just chilling.
Everybody is staring at him.
She looks at him.
What are you doing?
He's like, you good? He's just like, you good? Dude. So yeah, this man's about to pass out from that gunshot there.
Yeah, they did not say.
Yeah, he's like, oh, is that Lex?
Yeah,
that's what he looks like.
Because what they showed in the show is that he just got punched. Which, by the way, if that makes Whitney just react like that and have that big of a blood stain.
Yeah. So, and of course, Lex is taking off his vest, telling her, "Look, man, there's no level 3." Or I think at this point he says,
"I'm going to take you.
I'll take you."
I'm going to say, take him. You need to release everybody. I know that everybody has been lying to you. This is now where I'm going to be able to show you, and you can show everybody the truth. Earl actually, dude, he completely agrees. This guy just really wanted level 3 over anything else.
Yeah.
He does it within about 15 seconds of Lex. I know Lex is a badass when it comes to making deals.
Oh, yeah.
But this was too easy where Earl was just like, everybody out.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? This man talking sense. This man talking some sense. Get out, Pete.
Oh.
He yells at Pete, you, get out.
And poor Pete. Why does Pete always have to be picked on by everybody? Including the coaches, including you.
Dude, I haven't seen anything worthy of him except Craving last week.
Pete has been great this episode. He's been freaking out because a gunshot went off, and he truly flipped out like I've never seen anybody flip out before. Now Earl is being nice, saying, okay, everybody leave. Clark just has to stay back. Like, he just has to then make the comment to Lex saying, hey, are you sure you got this? Of course I do. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Clark, you don't always have to butt in.
He's 14.
Just get out,
he's
Clark.
21 or 22, and he's like, yes, get out.
Get out.
God, someone got shot. Yeah, so now everyone's running. Aw, Chloe and Dad holding hands running.
Should have killed Mr. Sullivan.
Nah.
Should have shot him.
Nah.
All right, so this is where you get to your favorite part,
Joseph. The gas levels are too high. Sir, what do you advise us to do? And of course, Lionel's over here just thinking.
Your son will be sealed off.
He's like, go ahead.
Do it.
Do it.
Hey, do it. Is it done? Can it be sped up? Can you do it quicker?
And then Clark
runs out and then does a tumble roll in where everybody saw. Clark, what is everybody going to think?
I would think he's crazy.
And so now, of course, Martha's hanging out there. They have to hug Pete because Pete doesn't have his real parents. And
it's like crying. I try to stop him. I'm sorry, Martha. Clark just did a dodge roll underneath the door. Why are you crying? What? Tighten up, bro.
Listen. You need to stop. You need to stop with this.
I lost Clark, Martha.
Alright, so now Martha is saying, hello, Lionel, my son is in there. We need to do something. It's sealed up.
Yeah, well, mine is too, Martha.
Yeah.
What's up?
Mine is in there, Martha.
Cool.
We're in
the same boat.
Anything else?
Anything else? Oh, and here we go. We get some X-ray.
Yes. Clark heard Earl saying that you have to follow the red pipes in order to find the door. So, of course, now Clark wants to use his X-ray vision after following the red pipes. He sees the wall, where then he sees through the wall. Guess what's behind there?
It's the same room as earlier that Earl checked, and the elevator was behind the wall.
The elevator was there the entire time, which really would have solved everything if Clark would have used his X-ray vision a lot sooner. But instead, you know what makes things easier to solve a crime with? Blueprints. He is the worst. He is Daphne.
I'm going to run around these 2 levels of this plant and get me some blueprints for Earl.
He might as well have tried to find himself something to eat.
You know what that equivalent was in Benchwarmers when he shows him his birth certificate and it says I am 12 in green crayon? Like, yeah, this is all you need to show you that it's true. I am 12. I have blueprints.
That was his argument. We have magic tricks. We have blueprints. We have trying to run over your mother. There's a lot of things that Clark does.
You might as well have showed him like a drawing he did in crayon earlier.
Hey, Earl.
Hey, look at these blueprints I found.
Look what I found. There's no level 3. See, and then crayon it says level 1 and level 2.
And look, dude, with Earl having Lex as hostage now, pretty much, why is he beating the shit out of him, bro? He starts like abusing this man.
It's because Earl let everybody go. And he just said that there is no level 3. So, of course, you know what? If a hostage tells me, all right, I found what you're looking for, and then I let everybody go, and then he lies to me, bro, you think that hostage is getting out of there alive? Hell no. I'm going to hog tie him like Red Dead, and then, you know what? You lied to me. So, you want Cliff, you want Pool, what you want, Bernie?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah, bring Pete back in here. I need to let off some steam.
Oh
Earl's singled out Pete.
That's what Earl said. Earl, all right, Lex, you can go, but give me Pete.
Yeah, you can go, even though you lied, but I need Pete. I need Pete now. Don't ask me why. Just bring him. And then Pete's like still crying. Poor guy.
That's so messed up. Poor Pete.
Got shit on this episode, man. Dude. And so now we have
an intercom system
that Clark knows how to use.
Clark knows how to use. He knows where to find it. Where he calls to Earl saying, "Hey, Earl, I found level 3. I promise everyone's lying." So Earl then says, "I told you we're now gonna go see it together because you think I'm lying." Yeah. So they go to the same spot that Earl left off on. Obviously, Clark now is able to control the gas by turning the broken knob. I mean, he could have done this a lot sooner, but he decided to just wait. This is classic Clark of just now realizing what to do in order to help.
Yeah, he's pretty slow.
He could have done this so much sooner. Alright, and so now Earl sees that, look what's now banged up is the wall that he promised was there with
Son of a bitch. The way he says it, dude. But yeah, the broken wall. Also, they're not going to question how that's even broken.
But I don't care either, because he was right, which was his entire point, which is also the big shocking factor to Lex. Lex didn't know there was a level 3, and you could tell by his face.
Dad lied to him, so he obviously caught his dad here.
Yeah,
I actually really like this.
Oh, you like this
I actually really like this, because he thought, hey, it's probably there.
That was awesome. No, he knew where Lex even goes, there was only 2 floors. Because there's only 2 buttons.
Yeah, there's only 2 buttons.
Earl,
but it's a hidden button. It's weird.
And Earl clicks it where then Lex realizes,
shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's just like, shit.
That was really cool. That was actually a really nice touch that they did there.
I will say I actually really enjoyed it. I was like, that's really cool. The conspiracy thing, it's very cool.
Yeah, and it's the hidden thing, because you didn't have to do that because you already hid the elevator.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But it was the fact that the elevator truly was there just to be there, where nobody would even notice the hidden
button. And anyone who would know is going to know that button's there.
Earl now goes into the level 3 area, where this is now just a big factory facility, where he's talking about the corn, and how the corn was truly, and what we did not get into earlier, is that the corn was designed for it to have a way in order to speed up the growth of it.
Yeah.
And this is where Earl says that he was cleaning up, where it was so many times a day,
exposure.
They were having to go through spraying. You would think it'd be watering, but it was exposing them to the kryptonite
mist.
And that's what they were testing to see what it would do to corn. But in reality, I think they would also see what it would be doing to people. Because why else would you be sending workers down where you also don't know if even the fumes could be inhaled?
Exactly.
Which obviously we've already been down that road with Hothead and his steamy rocks.
Yep, that's true. And then of course, I mean, he's just the janitor, so to them it's just like, oh yeah, easy cover up.
But which brings me back to my other main concern here, Joseph. And I'm sorry to have to pause before we get to the bridge shake. But what did Jonathan pay Earl that made this a better job?
I'm telling you, bro, he paid him in bread. Slices, loaves, depending how Earl was doing his work, bro, the quality, that's the type of bread you're getting, bro. It's just bread. Not even buttered, nothing, dog. I would have loved to, bro. Say, I need different type of bread.
So you're saying Jonathan is worse than Lionel? Oh my God.
Well, they're both terrible bosses.
They're both the worst.
Damn.
They put their employee in dangerous situations.
They should go grab a beer and bond over that.
Obviously, Jonathan assigned a child to be the worker with Earl, so all they do is put Earl in dangerous spots.
Hey, Earl, you mind raising my son for me?
I gotta go fix my bike.
Yeah, Martha's calling. You know how it is.
So now we're back to the bridge shake.
Yeah. So Earl and Lex were on the bridge. Earl had started seizing up. He was having a seizure, a shake attack, or what do you want to call it?
Okay, they're on opposite bars right now where Lex and Earl are hanging. How does Lex end up on the legs of Earl from where he was?
I mean,
he was like 3 bars
he would have dropped
over
straight
from
down.
him.
Yeah, he would have dropped straight down.
Somehow he magically falls on Earl, which Earl, everyone's talking about how Clark is able to go and then pull them up one by one. Why are we not talking about how Earl is able to hang with another man hanging from his legs?
And it was a yank, too, you know what I mean?
And you know that bar's not comfortable that he's hanging on to.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But also we get the veins again. Oh, he'd be sweating, bro.
But it doesn't matter, because the veins mean nothing when Clark Kent comes to save the day and is able to pull him up one by one.
Dude, I would totally question this, too, because Lex ends up questioning it. He's like, how'd you pull both of us up?
Yeah, but I'm also going to question how did Earl, I would even throw that at Lex's face. How did Earl keep you hanging?
Dude, that was nuts.
That was nuts.
It's
the same type of strength. Where he's even able now, Clark pulls up Lex, where this is an incredible moment because the bridge is still collapsing. And I think the most impressive thing is how Clark maneuvers his way back from the bars there. What was that, a Spider-Man thing? Since when could Superman trail the bars that way? That was some parkour action.
I bet Earl taught him that, too.
What? What is that?
All right, Clark, today's lesson.
All right, what the hell, Earl?
All right, yeah, so he's seizing up again. Looks like, pretty much his last seize. And he made the whole bridge fall.
And they shove him into the elevator where the bridge comes collapsing down onto the empty sand barrels, which still begs the question of what were they gonna do that? Or what?
Why were the barrels there?
What is going on?
Cool scene. Nice bridge collapse on barrel.
I love that. You know that was a real bridge just so they could do this in an open warehouse.
Oh, yeah.
That was for sure real.
For sure.
That was there. And they just said, look, we don't just use special effects. We also use real sets.
Yeah. And so, of course, Earl sees up. He's taken to the hospital, I guess. And Clark is over here. Oh, Mom, Dad, so good to see you.
Is that how he sounds?
Yes.
That's how he sounds now?
Mm-hmm. And it's like a totally opposite thing with Lex and Lionel here. Because they have like the worst relationship.
I wish he would have put his hand through his hair again there.
Son, you're not making any sense. And so, yeah, he's always like, yeah, you almost got me killed. And he'd go, no, you almost got yourself killed.
You were the one that decided to go in there.
He said it was your call. And I was like, I have no argument because he did say that.
All right, and this is where I don't get, because now the reporter's coming up out of nowhere in order to interview Lionel, and Lionel's like, oh, he desperately needs medical attention for Earl, and then Lex comes up saying, and he's only going to get the best thanks to the Luthors here. Why is this like a throw in my father's face? This is like something that your dad would do, right? I mean, because people would question if he doesn't.
What, if he doesn't take care of Earl?
Yeah, because after having to go through the facility, he proved there was a level 3. That's the other side of it.
And then don't you love how he's just like looking over at Clark and being all happy with his family? He's like, dude.
Why? His dad's giving him a beautiful hug too.
He's jealous, bro. He's so
Is
jealous.
that what that is?
Yes, he's
I actually
jealous.
didn't know what that moment was.
He's jealous
and I
of
was
Clark.
truly questioning that where, what do you mean he's jealous of Clark? That was his whole relationship with his father of just one-upping each other. That was all what you're about. You just one-upped your father in front of the news press. You can't give me butthurt that you didn't hug your father after. But, by the way, if you would have gone along with whatever your father said, you probably would have given a loving hug too.
Yeah, maybe. No. Because that's the thing.
No?
He's jealous of the loving parents because clearly Lionel sucks.
You just have to go with Lionel's love.
That's not love.
That's love.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, you gotta accept
So you
who
telling
they
me
are.
he loves his son so much he tried to get him killed in the plant?
Yeah, that's exactly what love is.
You're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind.
And so we get to the end of the episode as Lex is basically just looking over at Clark, pretty much jealous of the loving parents and that family lifestyle. Because he didn't have that, and he doesn't have that. So, of course, we fade. We go to credits, and that's it.
You hated this episode.
This episode sucked.
What would you... Alright, so I need to know...
Its best part was the elevator button.
Okay, the elevator button is a really strong moment. No. Alright, I got the party though too. Okay.
I think I actually love him yelling at Pete for the blueprints.
Okay, the blueprint with Pete. That was hilarious. Like it was Pete's fault.
As
if Pete did something.
And we did get the party. We got the house
We
party.
got the house party. I wish the episode would have turned into something with the teen drama though.
Yeah, that would have been... Yeah, that would have been a good episode.
That would have been a great episode. If that's what we had, man. If we don't get a party episode where there is a villain, I feel like I need to send something in. Out of 10 seasons, if you don't give me a party villain where the entire episode just shot at a party, I am a genius.
Yeah. Dude. That would have been really good.
That would have been awesome.
You just send that letter in, bro.
Yes, that's what this episode should have been. Instead, it was just in a way all over the place because I even liked this school field trip. I just don't like Earl.
It's weak, man. And when you think about it, because like I said, it was originally supposed to be the second episode. It truly is. If you look at it that way, it seems like the second episode of the season.
All right, so what would you? You know what's weird is that we call him Jitterbug, and what was the second episode?
Metamorphosis.
It's Bug Boy.
That's
crazy. But I can see that Bug Boy would be a better pick. Bug Boy is a better episode than this for sure.
Yeah. I love that guy. Greg.
And also, I think that would have been too soon for the season for Clark to actually throw a party and try to be cool. And also, it wouldn't have made sense for Lex to show up like that as well at a party.
It's true. Also, X-Ray, the power. He didn't have it then.
He didn't have it then. Which is also an add-on, but he also has super hearing in this too.
Not yet.
He has super hearing in this. They just showed it in the doctor's office.
Dude, he's probably just able to hear him in there, bro. But yeah, so it was scheduling conflicts on why it was pushed back so far in the season, and then they had 3 directors for this one episode.
That makes a lot of sense. You want to know why? Because what do we talk about? PFK.
Dog shit.
What? No.
Dog shit.
I didn't say that.
Dog shit episode.
No. We had party, field trip, kidnapping. 3 different directors.
That was pretty cool.
They had one director just shoot the party.
I mean, the formula's nice, but like I said, okay episode. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah. All right. Overall, this is equal to Freeze, even though Freezer Burn's a little bit better because it's a lot more of a better time. Yeah, this is probably a 5-6.
Yeah, Freezer Burn was fun.
Yeah, you at least had more fun parts in this. You only had about 2 in Jitterbug.
Really, the best part is Lionel in this episode. I mean, the fact anytime he's on the screen,
and his hair.
Yeah, and his hair.
And his hair.
Actually, that's the best moment of this. Lionel's hair is flawless, bro.
It's fucking cool.
Look at those locks. They're beautiful.
And even overall, the music didn't hit me right.
Yeah, they only had Smash Mouth. The first one, and then
I didn't get an adorable moment really with Lana and Clark. Instead, I got Whitney trying to beat Lana in the farm. I didn't get a lot.
Yeah, dude. And there's not even that many fun facts on this episode.
So we didn't get a villain. We didn't get really any type of love connection. We didn't get anything except for maybe a relationship where Lionel and Lex have a shitty one, which we already knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is filler.
Yeah, man.
This is filler.
All right.
To our audience, you better have loved it.
If not, that's okay. Just insult us in the comments section.
Insult us completely, please.
Dude.
But 5 stars. 5 stars only, but
5
only
stars,
insults.
all insults. All right, so next week we have episode 9, Rogue. Not sure if I remember this one that well, but oh well.
Oh, this one's going to be good. Rogue is going to have the secret identity is jeopardized. We're going to have so many. This is going to be a good one.
Ooh, Chloe, you're so into joining forces. I remember this episode.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank y'all for listening once again, and we'll see you next week.